My name is Alexia. I'm a science educator and neuroscientist in Brooklyn, and I founded my own science learning center. And I think a lot of the reason why I am where I am today is because I have 4 children. I want my daughter to grow up knowing that she can do anything that she wants, and the only way for me to do that is to model that for her. So I enrolled in school when she was 4 months old, and I started getting my degree in physics and then in math. Going through my undergraduate education, being not only the only woman in most of my classes and most of my upper division classes, but I was pregnant in a lot of my classes. And I'm covered in tattoos and I have piercings, and so there was a lot of stereotypes that were kind of shattered when I went through my undergraduate education. And oftentimes I wasn't really encouraged to participate with my group mates, or a lot of my group mates believed that I couldn't bring anything to the table, or they wouldn't trust me with a lot of things. That was kind of like a rude awakening into the real world, that the sciences aren't very welcoming to women or to really anyone that doesn't fit the stereotype of a scientist. I started teaching science and doing science classes on the side, doing some outreach, and really just, the issue isn't girls being interested in science as much when they're younger, as much as it is building that confidence within them to continue those interests when they enter the classroom and they see a lot of boys or eventually men telling them that they're not as good as their male peers. Eventually I went to grad school. I went into neuroscience and education. I wanted to study how people learn the best, and I took that knowledge and I opened my own science learning center, and I empower children. I empower girls, children that come from impoverished backgrounds, or children that have minority status in one way or another. And I help them to get that self-efficacy that they need to follow whatever passions they have, whether that's science or something else. I think that self-efficacy and that confidence is something that will help them in their future. I think that some women, they find their confidence after having children, and I know for some women that's not true. And for me, being pregnant so young and having kids so young, my body changed before I even got a chance to really feel confident in my pre-baby body. And I really don't even remember what my pre-baby body looks like, because I was a teenager before that. Growing into young adulthood and then adulthood, I was, and I still am, a bit insecure about my body compared to other bodies of my age, because a lot of the times they haven't had children yet. Finding Boob Tape really allowed me to wear these clothes that are fun and flirty and that let me feel like I'm young. I definitely wasn't one of those women that felt, or that had an opportunity to feel comfortable with her body because I had kids so young. I was 19 when I got pregnant, so my body was right when it stopped going through puberty changes almost. I started going through motherhood changes. And so I never really had time to appreciate or to grow into my pre-baby body. There are times in the past and even now where I still feel a little bit insecure being so young and having, a body that has had 4 children. And finding Good Lines really allowed me to step into my confidence, because I feel like I can wear whatever I want now. Even though I can't wear Good Lines every day, I know that I still have it available to me, so it allows me to diversify my wardrobe and just know that, I can be teacher or scientist or mom or, whatever hat I want to wear that day, I could be that. And, and if I'm going out on the weekend, I can still be, fun and flirty and, show off my sexy post-baby body.